Hello friends, good morning, welcome to LeggLife, and welcome back to Anchorage, Alaska. You guys, I am home. I will fill you in, Sherri's clapping, I will fill you in on how the rest of my trip went. I got home a few days ago, and today is currently Sunday. Decided we'd pick up the camera, bring you guys along with some of the things we have planned today, kind of first week back, being home, settling into life. We took the last couple days to just hang out together, for me to recover from the 4-hour time change. We went and saw a movie last night. I'm gonna fill you in on everything that you guys missed from my Washington, D.C. trip, from Tyra Banks to tattoos. I'll explain more later. But first, we need breakfast. Good morning, Sherri Beth.
Good morning.
I'm glad I'm home with you.
I'm glad you're home too.
So let's talk first about breakfast. We, for the last couple days, have been having a craving. I don't know where it came from, but both of us were just like, so normally for breakfast, we're pretty simple and easy.
Fruit or toast or
hard-boiled eggs, avocado toast, that kind of stuff. But we were craving cereal. So we went to the store and we're like, all right, we're either each going to get a box because we can't agree, or we're going to find one that works for both of us.
We found one.
Captain Crunch is one that we both love. When the heck was the last time you had Captain Crunch?
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you either.
I don't know.
But it sounds so good.
Yeah.
So we're going to start our morning like children. And we need to talk about something. Something that we have started, I can't even tell you, countless vlogs with. Coffee.
Oh.
Normally, every day is a coffee day.
Yeah.
We have a bit of a change in our life.
We have a bit of a change because I was very sick for several days.
While I was gone, it was... So they knew you were sick before I left. You were starting to get a little bit better, but then it took you several days.
It took me as long to get better as I was sick.
Ugh.
So I haven't had coffee in a week and a half.
Yep.
And I decided that I don't want to go back to having it every single day because it was a dependent thing.
What's interesting is that we actually had this conversation before you got sick about, hey, maybe we'll start cutting back a little bit. And then it was like, just kind of a discussion. And then I feel like the sickness sort of just pushed it right to the forefront.
Right, because I couldn't have coffee for 4 days. And then I didn't want coffee for the 4 days after that because I was still just not feeling great.
You said you did have like a bit of a like addiction, caffeine, detox headache for a while?
I did, yeah. Which wasn't helping with my sickness, but I don't think that I want to go back to depending on coffee like I had been.
So we're still going to have coffee, but that just doesn't mean we're not going to start every day with coffee. Coffee is not going to be our go-to.
Right.
You know what is going to be our go-to today?
Captain Crunch.
The Captain. Look at how adorable he is. Although I'm not going to lie, like we've gone on a lot of cruises. I've never once seen anybody in that outfit.
I haven't either, but we should.
If I got on a cruise ship and that was the captain, I would be thrilled. I would be like, this is going to be the best cruise ever. All right, let's have breakfast. All right, while we eat breakfast, we're going to watch an episode of one of our very favorite shows. Actually, Sherri's cousin Abby introduced us to this. Somebody Feed Phil. It is a food show, travel show, but it is made absolutely magical by him. We love the show. Watched an episode last night. Before I went to San Francisco, I watched the San Francisco episode to know where to eat. Before I went to DC, I watched the DC episode. And so we're just kind of going through watching all of the seasons. I do want to know in the comments below, have you guys seen this show? Because if you haven't, it's delightful. Go watch it. Breakfast is finished. We're going to rinse out our bowls. There we go. Now you can see I've got my rain jacket on because we are going to head out of the house. We're actually going to go to a local farmer's market, a Sunday market, pick up some veggies and other stuff for the week. I have an eyelash. Okay, I think I got it. It has been really rainy in Anchorage. In fact, Sherri said that it rained a ton while I was gone. It's been raining mostly nonstop since I've been home. You know, the thing in Alaska, the joke in Alaska, or at least this part of Alaska, is that the closer you get to the state fair, the more you need your raincoat. And the state fair starts in maybe next week, actually. I think it might start next week. So it makes sense that we need our rain jackets. All right, let's go. And since we're going to the farmer's market, we're going to grab one of our reusable bags. We have, you guys, we have way too many of them. It's just like, I don't know how, but we keep collecting and accumulating, and they're just, there's so many. We have made it to the Sunday fresh market. Oh, I see good looking onions here. What a way to start. You can see all the different booths that we have here today. Pretty good turnout, even despite the rain.
So glad you came out to play and make some music.
All right, well, that was a very quick trip to the market. Here's what's hilarious. Half the people that are here for one reason. There's a new, like, kind of food truck called City Boy Burgers. They do smash burgers. There are more people in line waiting for City Boy Burgers than at the rest of the market.
Yep.
And it smelled amazing.
It did smell really good, and the line was like all the way back.
So we're not gonna get them today, but we definitely do want to try them. Let's show you what we got at the market. Only a few things. We didn't need a lot of stuff because our menu for the week is mostly done. We got, oh gosh, 2 onions with the greens attached. We love when the greens are attached because we can cut these up in like salads and stuff. So that's always awesome. And then we got 2 zucchinis. Just for basically a side with a meal this week. We'll just kind of cut these up and that'll be a side to something. And then we also got some sourdough bagels. There are 2, oh that's right. So there are 2 like Asiago cheese bagels and then 2 jalapeno cheese bagels. Guess which 2 were mine? And then we did get one more thing.
Sugar snap peas.
Sugar snap peas, those are for you.
Yeah.
I am not.
I just like to snack on.
I am not a sugar snappy fan at all, but you are.
I am.
So, quick little stop at the market. I was hoping for cucumbers.
Yeah.
And
the one booth that had the other produce had like 3 cucumbers.
Not what I need.
Right.
I need lots of cucumbers because it is time to make pickles. About once a year, I stock us up on pickles, make a bunch, give it away. And I'm feeling, in fact, before we left the house, I got all the pickle stuff out, hoping that I'd find some here. Did not.
Right.
So next weekend, maybe we'll come to one of the bigger farmers markets are on Saturdays. This is like a kind of a new Sunday pop-up. So I think that next week we'll need to come on Saturday when there's actually like the farmers here and stock up so we can get pickles made. But we got this done. Last stop before going home, the grocery store. And we actually don't need a lot, just a few things to kind of round out our menus for the week. Number 1 thing we need are yellow peaches. Actually, $2.49 a pound is a good price here. You can see normally $4 a pound. Okay, so we got a few more things. We got some Noosa yogurts, as you can see there. We got minute rice. We got chicken thighs, which we'll need for lunch this week. Pork chops for dinner, pepperoni, which we need for dinner this week. But honestly, I think that is everything that was on our list. That was a quick trip. Back home, have commenced putting stuff away. We also got a bunch of stuff for a chopped salad that we are making. We're having dinner with friends on Tuesday night, and we are bringing a chopped salad. So we got tomatoes, we got cucumber, we got peppers, we have onions, obviously, from the farmer's market. We got some romaine lettuce. We've got some chicken, so just kind of a nice chopped salad. I'm starting lunches, and I hear behind me this crunch, 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 crunch. And Sherri's already gotten into her sugar snap peas.
They're delicious.
I actually don't, nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not a fan. So we are going to make lunches first. And what we're doing for lunches this week is like a teriyaki chicken and vegetables over rice. Gonna be really good. Gonna do the chicken thighs up in the air fryer, doing some veggies in the oven, and then going to toss those. Sherri eating sugar snappies in the background is just like the funniest ASMR. Just here I am talking and then crunch, crunch, crunch. Okay, so let's make some teriyaki chicken for lunch. No, not lunch today, like lunches for this week. Got the chicken thighs in the air fryer, and since we're doing a like chicken teriyaki, I'm just gonna season them. Actually, I'll show you. It's a ginger teriyaki seasoning we get from Spice and Tea Exchange. So just gonna do that on the chicken, super simple. And then we're just gonna do that for probably 15 minutes to start with. Got the rice done and dished up here in our lunch containers. You can see I've got the fire roasted veggies all done as well. Now I'm waiting on the chicken thighs to be finished. I'm gonna cut them up and add them to this and cook that together with some teriyaki sauce. Chicken thighs are out of the air fryer. We just got one out to cut into it, make sure it was done. It is juicy and delicious. Now we got 4 of our chicken breasts all cut up. So we are scooping them here into our pan with our veggies. Look at that. Tossed in with the chicken, the fire roasted veggies. We've got this on just a low heat. Now we're gonna add a little bit of teriyaki. When I do teriyaki stuff, I do a mix of this. The Kikkomens, because it's like a more liquidy, kind of watery teriyaki. I really love this. And this one is a little bit thicker, so adds a little bit of a, just kind of a nice consistency to it.
We also had 3 chicken thighs left over, so we're going to use those for a dinner or something.
This is all done. Now we're just gonna scoop it on there.
It smells really good.
This is one of my favorite lunches, and it's also so darn simple. Now normally when I scoop something soupy, I use like a slotted spoon to like leave that sauce or like whatever sauce is behind. This one is not slotted because I actually want that juice on there to get down there over that rice. Also, we have
a lot left.
a lot left.
That's okay.
Now that lunches are made for the week, kind of doing the dinner menu, pretty much done. We're gonna do stir fry veggies tonight. Tomorrow night's gonna be pepperoni chicken with spaghetti noodles. It'll be delicious. Tuesday, again, we have dinner with friends called The Table, and we're bringing a chopped salad. There's going to be a bunch of other food there. I think salmon, and there's like a spicy noodle dish, and lots of food. Cannot wait for that. Wednesday, we're going to do pork chops with the zucchini we bought at the farmer's market today. And still figuring out Thursday and Friday. So I want to tell you about the rest of my DC trip that you guys did not see. Because if you'll remember, my plan was actually to go back out and do the museums. Well, the last day that I had free, like Wednesday night and then Thursday, and then I left Thursday night, is when Tropical Storm Debbie came through DC. In fact, my flight was basically like on a race to get out before the storm got there, or else I might have had my trip extended for a couple of days. But I got out. However, the storm and the rain and the wind, I decided to have my last day just be a lazy day at the hotel, so I actually didn't go out and do a bunch of stuff. But there is a bunch of stuff that I did on my trip that you guys did not get to see. I'm kind of reading on my list here. First of all, I went to a restaurant called Nando's, which I think started in the UK, and it's fun because some of our friends who live in the UK used to send us like Nando's like seasonings and sauces, so I got to have that for the first time. It was delicious. It's like a chicken restaurant. I went to Smy's. Now, Tyra Banks apparently got into the ice cream business, which I did not know, and she has her first ever pop-up in the United States in DC, and ended up being like 2 blocks from my hotel. So went there. The ice cream was very, very good. I did want to go back and vlog it. I did not, but it was super, super cool. One night I took the metro, which, you guys, the metro is the way to get around DC. It was so great. Took the metro down to the National Mall, took the metro all around, and one night I actually took the metro up to Maryland and met some friends, a couple of you, Zach and Tori, at a brewery, and we got to hang out there and just talk for like 3 hours, which was great, before taking the metro back into town. And then my last night in DC, I went and got a tattoo. I didn't plan on this. This wasn't on the list, but I had a couple of hours free, and after kind of a heavy week with work stuff, tattoos for me are very therapeutic. I can't explain that. The whole process just, it's very therapeutic to me. It's very calming. And so there was a tattoo studio not far from my hotel, and I walked there and got a new tattoo. Then the next day was the race to get out of DC to beat Tropical Storm Debbie, which I did, and I got home. So that's kind of the update of my DC trip that you guys didn't get to see. Yesterday here in Anchorage, we were going to go, I'll show you Sherri in a second. Yesterday we were going to go to the Galway Days, which is like the Irish festival, but it was pouring rain. And honestly, Sherri's still getting better. Me still feeling a little bit in a daze from my trip. I just have felt a little bit like I think like catching up on sleep, getting used to like getting back into like the Alaska time zone, I've just sort of felt sort of foggy in my brain. So we just decided to go see Twisters, which was awesome. And yeah, just kind of taking it easy this weekend, which honestly has been pretty nice. Now, what is Sherri doing? I have absolutely no idea.
I'm cold.
You're cold?
Oh, it's so cold.
I thought maybe you were getting your Halloween costume. You're gonna be a pink ghost. Ooh, because
it's very cold.
Because honestly, it is feeling fall vibes outside.
A lot. It's really cold. It's cold inside, and I don't want to turn the heat on because it's August.
Yeah, Sherri earlier I was like, if we're cold, let's turn the heat up. And you're like, no, I'm not going to because it's August. And like just the principle of it.
It's the principle, but we might need to because it's cold in here.
Yeah, I don't want you to freeze to death, Sherri. Just to prove a point. I did finish a book last night. I finished The Housemaid is Watching, which is the third book in the Housemaid series by Frida McFadden. Liked the first two much more, but I did make it through, so I got to check off another book on my Goodreads list for the year. And I started The Grandest Game, which is sort of Inheritance Games-ish. It's not necessarily a part of the Inheritance Games series. It's by the same author. It's sort of like Heritage Games or Inheritance Games adjacent. Is that fair?
Like continued-ish.
A continued, yes, exactly. So have started that. And honestly, that's one of the things the rainy weather is nice for, is staying inside and just getting caught up on reading. Well, now it's time to do something that frankly I don't want to do, but I need to do. This is all my laundry from my DC trip. It's all washed, all dried, just needs to be put away, so let's do laundry. Apparently after my trip, I had a business card in one of my pockets that got washed because there's all these little business card paper things. Whoops. All right, we're back out, leaving the house because we need to go to Target. I need underwear. Okay, listen. We went through, we did some purging and what needs to go, and that's one of the things that we need to replace. So, going to Target to do underwear shopping. Riveting content.
Very exciting.
Very exciting. It's also just an excuse to go to Target,
Correct.
which I am never, ever mad about. I wonder if Target misses me as much as I miss it when I'm not here. Do you think so?
Yeah.
Probably not. Well, underwear shopping complete. Now, we're in the book section. Much more exciting. So I don't know if you guys remember, but last year we started a Christmas pop collection that we put out with our Christmas decorations. They have the She-Hulk in the Santa outfit, and it's on clearance. That'd be a fun one to add. All right, we got distracted by Legos. This, absolutely amazing. That one is one we want so much. Also, how cute is Stitch? Alright, so we've talked a lot about just us not being able to have kids and all the emotions and feelings we have around that. I will say, one of the things that I am, what is the word, the saddest about, feel the most loss about maybe, is every single year back to school shopping.
And every mother is probably like,
Oh, I'm so sick of it.
have my children.
Yeah, please, will you just let us buy all the school supplies for your kids? Because I love back to school time. Do you remember the excitement of choosing out your lunchbox for the year and your new backpack? Oh my gosh. Which one would little Sherri have chosen out of all these?
Little Sherri would have had a hard time choosing between these two.
That doesn't surprise me. Those feel very similar to what I would expect little Sherri to have chosen. I don't really see any here that little Adam would have loved. I probably would have either gone Super Mario, maybe Ninja Turtles, but possibly this one. Do you know why? What color does that look like? Action green, Seahawks color. Kind of. Well, Target is doing what Target always does. Came here for a couple things, and now we're just wandering and adding stuff. I need new body wash, for example. We're looking at this little gift section here at Target, and there's always fun things here. Little
What kind of bookmark do you need?
bookmarks, little sprouts.
Point.
Yeah, don't try to act all nice now. What was the thing you just were like, do you need this? You want to show them how you mocked me? No, I don't need a mug that says plant lady. So rude. Successful trip to Target. Got everything loaded in our Walt Disney Imagineering bag. Well, it stopped raining long enough for us to go to Target, which was nice, but the rain has returned. One of the things we got at Target was a little magnetic board because we had one up there, and well, we left the ink on there too long and it would no longer wipe off. And
even with like Windex, like nothing.
Nope, and the magnet came off the back, so we needed something new.
Yeah.
Now we got it. All right, Sherri, let's hear how your week was while I was away.
Well, I had the flu.
Yep.
So I was very sick.
Yeah.
For about half the time that you were gone. And then the other half was just recuperating. So.
Do you feel like you're 100% better yet?
I would say I am 95% better.
That's great.
I still have like lack of energy.
Yeah, you're kind of like building that stuff back up.
Yep. Because I was laid flat for 4 solid days. So,
I felt so bad being gone.
I know.
While you were, so I was like door-dashing Sherri stuff. I was like, "What do you need? I'll get you anything."
And like all kinds of grocery orders. Yeah. But I'm better. I survived.
You lived.
I lived.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we were talking. I think maybe the second or third day that you were gone, I was still laid out. While I am not glad that Missy is gone.
So one of the things, hold on, before you go into that, I think we talked about this in a vlog before you left.
Yeah.
You were dreading this trip because, like, Missy, for those of you who might not know, our cat of 16 years, passed away just a few weeks ago. And we got her during a time in our marriage when I was traveling a ton for work. She was your Adams away companion. You guys were like snuggle buddies.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted another living thing in the house with me. I never expected her to be like my guard cat.
Of course not, yeah.
I just wanted something else alive in the house with me. And that's what she was. She was my little companion. And so I was kind of dreading this first business trip with you gone and her not here.
Because first time in this house.
First time ever in this house.
Because alone.
Alone. Completely alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. But again, like, I'm not glad that she's gone. But I was thinking I would not have been able to take care of her.
Yeah, especially with the way she got near the end.
Yeah, especially with like the messes and stuff. Like, it wasn't just, making sure she had food and water. It was really cleaning out her litter box every day, cleaning up her messes that she made outside the litter box.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have been able to do any of that. It was hard enough just trying to keep myself alive and upright. The upright was non-existent for like 4 days. So, yeah, I don't think that I could have taken care of her and me.
So was it, because you were dreading it, was it as difficult as you expected, or just different because you were sick?
It was different because, again, like, I mean, especially when I'm sick, like, she's just right here all the time. By the whole time we had her, anytime either one of us was sick, she was
very close.
Very close.
It's like she tried to heal us with her purring.
Yeah. So I did miss my snuggle buddy when I was so sick. But again, I don't think that I could have taken care of her in the way that she needed. So, blessings.
If you could stop getting sick when I leave.
I know.
And it's the strangest thing. Like, I don't think you plan it.
I certainly don't plan it.
But I feel like some of the worst sicknesses you've had in your life have come right before I have to get on a plane to leave.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how do you do this?
I don't know.
It's like the worst superpower ever.
It really is. It's the worst timing ever because, like, of any time that I really want, like, my person here to take care of me, it's when I'm really sick.
And I'm just like, bye, sorry, we got bills to pay.
I'll Instacart you some groceries.
I have to keep working to pay for your medical bills.
I have to go downstairs and get the groceries.
Yeah.
I'm so sick.
I can't stay home with you because we have medical bills to pay, so I gotta go to work. Bye.
I know.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better.
Me too. It was awful there for a few days.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, had a great trip. It was really nice. It was funny, we were joking. I was like, Sherri's all sick, and I was like, bye, go to tour the nation's capital.
No.
If it was a vacation, I would have canceled it, obviously.
Absolutely. We tried to cancel it anyway, and I was like, no, sir.
I actually did try to, like, I was like, I can delay my trip, I can push it back, can't, like, what do I need to do? And you were like, you are going on this trip. Yes. And I was like, well, then I hope you're alive when I get home.
And I was.
And you were.
I remember the last time I had the flu like that, though.
Yeah.
It was bad.
And here's what's so interesting. Because I was here for the first few days of it. Never got anything.
Never got it.
I thought for sure when I left, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get to DC, like the germs from Sherri, the germs from traveling, I'm gonna get to DC and get wiped out. And
you never did.
I never did.
Which is shocking because we even like shared a bed until the one night that I was up throwing up.
It's not appropriate. Not appropriate. All right, friends. So there's the Sherri update.
Yeah.
We are starting dinner. For dinner tonight, we are doing stir-fry veggies, and since we have this chicken left over, I'm actually going to cut this up, and so it'll be like stir-fried chicken and veggies. So that is the plan for dinner. Sherri Beth is cutting up strawberries for us to have for breakfast this week. We're going to do like yogurt and blackberries and strawberries.
Bananas.
Oh yeah, and bananas. When you don't want to get a lid for your pan, so you just turn your cast iron pan on top and make it a lid. Don't laugh at me, Sherri. Dinner's done. Well, that's not all of dinner. That's just the bed of rice. And now over here, we're gonna dish up Sherri Beth's. Looks pretty good, right?
Yeah.
A little bit more sauce there.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay. You guys, look how good that looks. Oh my gosh. Very excited for this. So all that it is that chicken that you saw, the chicken thighs earlier, stir-fry veggies, and then some of this stir-fry sauce. I am also going to add a little bit of sriracha to the top of mine, give it some spice.
I'm not.
I was going to say, you probably going to avoid the sriracha.
Correct.
Okay. And look at this. We have leftover rice and leftover stir-fry. So we're going to be able to get at least another like lunch out of that, which is awesome. And while we eat dinner, we are going to watch another Somebody Feed Phil. Let's see. Sherri gets to pick what city. Oh gosh. She's going Austin, Texas. Well, it's actually worked out really well. We were messaging with a friend who is at a local coffee shop working on school stuff tonight, and she hadn't had dinner yet. And so we're like, hey, you haven't eaten. It's getting late. You need to eat. Can we bring you dinner? So we are going to bring her our leftovers, and she can have dinner while she works on school stuff. And the coffee shop she's at is the is the Starbucks attached to Barnes and Noble. So we're gonna also look at some books while we bring our friend dinner. Okay, how much of you wanting to go do this is to help a friend, and how much is it that we're going to a bookstore?
50-50.
50-50? You also got your Barnes & Noble bag of books ready?
Yep.
All right, let's go. Okay, we've got dinner. We've got Barnes & Noble. Inside we go. So I think I found a book I want to get called Nothing More to Tell. And I found Sherri. I'm like, oh, Sherri has her bag. All right, so we're leaving Barnes & Noble. We did get books. I got one book. You got 3 books. Now, let's talk. Book update this year. How many books have you read so far?
120.
120. Your original reading goal for this year was?
125.
I think you're going to get there.
I think so I upped it to 150.
I think you're definitely going to get there as well. My reading goal was 15 books. I just finished book 9, so I'm on book number 10. Mm-hmm. So I'm on pace.
I think you can do it.
I think I can do it as well. So our friend who we brought dinner to is now done, and so we're going to go get a drink with her.
Yep.
Go get a drink, and then we'll pick you guys up after that. For drinks, we're going to our favorite local Irish pub. We're going to Riley's. We love this place. All right, we are back home after taking dinner, buying books, going to have some drinks, hanging out with a friend. And we left the house in such a hurry that this happened. So I am going to put all of this in the dishwasher, get it started so the kitchen is nice and clean before we go to bed. And so we wake up with all of the dishes clean. And just like that, dishes are done, kitchen is clean. That feels better and looks better. Well, that night was unexpectedly fun.
Yeah.
We were just hanging out here having dinner, watching our show, and then all of a sudden we were off on a little adventure.
Yeah.
And got to hang out with a friend.
Yeah.
That was a ton of fun.
Always fun.
Sherri Beth, I'm glad to be home with you.
I'm glad you're home. I missed you.
There's something that is nice about just the routine of home. Honestly, even today, just doing normal Sunday things like meal planning and meal prepping and getting ready for the week just feels nice. Traveling for work is cool. Like, it's neat. Love getting to see things like the nation's capital. But give me a Sunday at home going to a farmer's market and meal prepping any day. I will say that. So I'm home, friends, and it was nice to hang out with you. Back together.
Yeah.
All right. We love you guys, and we'll see you on the next LeggLife video.